Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today, I have an inspiring story for you guys. So let's dive in. In a quiet village surrounded by green hills, there lived a poor farmer named David. He owned a small farm that had belonged to his father and grandfather before him. The land was old, the tools were broken, and the harvest was often disappointing. Every morning, David woke up before sunrise. He worked hard from dawn until dusk, yet he barely earned enough money to support his wife and young daughter. Despite his struggles, David had one quality that made him different from others. He never stopped learning. Whenever he found an old newspaper, magazine, or book, he read it carefully. He believed that knowledge was as valuable as money. Many villagers laughed at him. Books can't grow crops, they said. David would simply smile and continue reading. One day, while visiting a nearby town, David found a second-hand book called The Future of Farming. The book explained modern farming techniques, water conservation, and business management. The book cost almost all the money he had saved that week. His friends thought he was foolish. You should buy food, not books, they said. But David trusted his instincts. That night, he read the entire book by candlelight. Inside the book, one sentence caught his attention. Successful people do not wait for opportunities. They create them. Those words stayed in his mind. The next morning, David made a decision. Instead of growing only wheat like everyone else, he would experiment with high-demand vegetables and fruits. The villagers laughed again. "You're risking everything." But David continued. He divided his small farm into sections. One area grew tomatoes, another grew cucumbers, another produced strawberries. The work was difficult. He failed many times. Some crops died. Some were attacked by insects. Some simply refused to grow. Many people would have given up. David did not. Every failure became a lesson. Instead of saying, "I failed," he asked, "What can I learn from this?" Slowly, his farming skills improved. Months later, his farm began producing fresh vegetables that were difficult to find in nearby towns. Local shop owners became interested. Soon, people started buying directly from David. For the first time in years, he earned more money than he expected. But success created a new challenge. His farm was still too small. He could not meet growing demand. One evening, while thinking about the problem, David noticed something interesting. Several farmers had abandoned their land because they believed farming was no longer profitable. An idea entered his mind. Instead of buying expensive land, he offered partnerships. He visited struggling farmers and said, "Let us work together. I will teach modern methods, and we will share the profits." Many were skeptical. A few agreed. Together, they planted better crops, used water efficiently, and improved soil quality. Within a year, production increased dramatically. The farmers who had once struggled were now earning steady incomes. Word spread quickly. More farmers wanted to join David's partnership program. His small farm gradually turned into a successful agricultural network. Yet David remained humble. He still woke up early. He still worked alongside other farmers. And he still spent time reading books. One day, while attending a farming conference in the city, David met a successful entrepreneur. The entrepreneur asked, "What is the secret behind your success?" David thought for a moment before answering. "The secret is simple. Most people stop when things become difficult. I keep going." The entrepreneur smiled. "Then you're not just a farmer. You're a leader." Those words inspired David. He realized he could help even more people. Using his profits, he built a training center where young farmers could learn modern agricultural techniques for free. Hundreds of students attended. Some traveled from distant villages. Some had never completed school. But David welcomed everyone. He believed knowledge should be shared. Years passed. His business expanded beyond farming. He started food processing facilities, storage centers, and transportation services. His company created jobs for thousands of people. The same villagers who once laughed at him now admired him. One afternoon, a journalist visited David's headquarters. By then, David was a millionaire. The journalist looked around at the large buildings, modern equipment, and successful business operations. Then she asked the question everyone wanted answered. How did a poor farmer become a millionaire? David smiled. He walked to a window overlooking green fields stretching toward the horizon. Then he said, "When I was poor, I thought money would solve all my problems. Later, I learned something important." "What was it?" the journalist asked. David replied, "Money is not the beginning of success. Learning is. When you improve yourself every day, success eventually follows." The journalist wrote down every word. As she prepared to leave, she asked one final question. If you could give one piece of advice to young people, what would it be? David answered without hesitation. Never let your current situation decide your future. Your future is created by the choices you make today. Years later, that quote became famous. People across the country shared it. Students wrote it in their notebooks. Farmers hung it on their walls. And David's story became proof that a person does not need to be born rich to achieve greatness. What they need is courage, patience, knowledge, and the determination to keep moving forward when others stop. Thank you for watching. I hope this story taught you something valuable and helped you improve your English. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.